I would call this incident a creepy road incident, as it took place a few years ago. That night, after finished visiting my uncle and aunt for the homecoming, driving my car, I was peacefully heading back home, when I left my uncle's house. It was 5 PM in the afternoon that time, but since my home was a little far from where my aunt and uncle live, I didn't realize but at 10 in the night when I realized that there were still few hours left before I could reach my home. Looking peacefully forward towards the road, there were few cars passing by us. After turning on the air conditioner, I peacefully turned on the radio FM as well, humming the soft song that it was playing. I was busy driving. It felt like a few minutes had been passed when I noticed the atmosphere around the area of the road where I was driving started to turn a little dark than it should be. Thanks to the headlights, I was able to see through the dark road because of them, but as driving my car after few minutes, I noticed not a single car was now passing by. I was a little confused, thinking if I choose the right direction or not. Hurriedly I looked at the map and it was saying that the location was right. I sighed, a relief and whatsoever, continued my driving. But after few minutes, as my car moved forward, suddenly out of nowhere a figure that looked like a person to me, which I wasn't quite sure of, came in my sight. My first reaction was that it took me completely off guard. My brows furrowed. I tried to look closely. From a distance I could see the person standing in the middle of the road. I did not understand what exactly was going on, but for some reasons, I felt a cold chill in my body. As my car started reaching closer to that person, I started to slowing down the car, because the person was actually standing right in the middle of the road, and as my car got to the closest, I realized it was some man wearing a hoodie. But why would he stand in the middle of the road like that? I thought quite for a while. I was very unsure. So the first thing I did was to make sure my every door and window is properly locked. As I looked at him, he was still standing there looking down at something on the ground. I didn't know what kind of prank that guy was trying to pull on, so I horned my car, and he didn't respond. I horned 2 or 3 more times, but for some reasons it was very disturbing for me to watch him not responding to it. But as I blowed the horn one more time, that was the moment when he suddenly looked up. And I was horrified upon seeing his pale face and meeting his red eyes, as he didn't give me a chance to process, but out of nowhere suddenly started to move forward towards my car at his full speed, taking his long steps. I was horrified upon seeing such action came from him. Immediately taking my car backward, I panicked upon looking at him, but when I realized now he started to run towards my car, almost sprinting like a maniac. I did not wait. Stepping my foot on the gas, I ran with my car forward, not minding if I would ran over him or not. Cause at moment I was terrified to the point that I was barely feeling anything. My heart was jumping out of my chest. He horrified me to the point that I took my car on its highest speed, and seeing such action came from me, the guy immediately jumped on the side of the road, and all I could remember hearing him terrifyingly screaming at my I can never forget that bone-chilling scream. It was something I had never encountered in my entire life. And I didn't wait, dashing taking my car and never looked back. Until now date I have no idea on just what exactly that guy's intention was, as I have no idea if I didn't build the courage that day and sped up my car. What could have he done to me that night?